Hey buddies, so we just got done watching the PlayStation event today, and it just so happened that Apple also did a stream today. There's the guy, the new guy, who's not Steve Jobs. Oh my god! Wow. So this is how they opened up their Apple stream.
Is there any insider information you can give me?
We're going to talk about some great stuff.
Right, that just sounds like a press release. Is this true? I've read that the security on the new iPhone is going to be the best of its kind.
Absolutely.
And do you know how I read that?
How?
A leak on the internet. Do you see the irony of that?
I can see the irony of that.
Well, who's your favourite band?
I love One Republic.
All right. So that is actually funny talking about security on the iPhone, because it's funny that, like, as Canadians who were once proud of how dominant BlackBerry was, just because, like, anytime a Canadian company dominates, we're like, yeah, Canada, and then they fucked it up.
Yep.
A company whose bread and butter was security just fucking gives whatever any company can just ask for stuff from BlackBerry, and they'll decide internally whether they want to give the info over.
Yeah.
They do
it's pretty messed up.
And then Apple won't even give shit to the fucking FBI when it's a terrorist phone.
Yeah.
It's like, and you understand why, because it would be a skeleton key to open any phone from then on, and security matters.
Yeah.
But it's kind of sad.
I'd be like wearing a suit made entirely of apples, or maybe a
I'm gonna
cane
skip ahead.
with the Apple logo on the top, shades, then you walk on and you just go.
All right, how far do we go?
This, of course, is
all right.
for users.
How do I? All right, there. Oh, so he delivered them to the place. What even is this guy's name? I keep forgetting it.
Good morning! Good morning!
Once again, if you're just tuning in, we just did the PlayStation thing, and now an Apple event Tim Cook. An Apple event happened to be happening pretty much just before. We were too sleepy to get up. And I'm in the market for a new phone. It's been 3 years, so it's time to buy a new iPhone, and so I'm excited for the next one. The biggest thing that I'm excited for is what's already been leaked, like many times. 2 cameras that will make low light performance, because it will combine the sensors. It'll combine them to make low light way better apparently. And dynamic depth of field in post, to be able to take a picture, and then because it has two sensors, it treats it like eyes, like depth perception, and it will know what was in the foreground, and it will purposefully blur out what was in the background, just like a big DSLR can. It's simulated, but if Apple can do it right, it will make really pretty photos.
Yeah.
Since launch, Apple Music has grown to over 17 million subscribers. Thank you.
Well, honestly, guys, like, I'm not married to Apple. Like, I was considering
our users love having access
any phone basically any phone that has the best camera is gonna woo me.
Who really know and love music.
And it just happened. Like, I mean, I know that the Samsung has actually had better camera for a little while, but I wasn't in the market for a phone. So it just happens that this is dropping when I'm like, we have decided we want 2 phones finally. We only have 1 phone between us.
For the last 8 years, and we don't have a home phone.
Yeah.
We've had 1 phone between us.
We've had 1 phone for home phone and between us for 8 years.
Yep.
I just never thought it was necessary.
If I was going out somewhere, they'd have phones.
We're almost like, it's funny because we had a Japan trip planned for this month. We decided against it. We were going to go to Tokyo Game Show, but for budget reasons and for what I think would have just felt like insanity after PAX and right before a huge video game part of the year, it was going to probably be kind of miserable to go on a vacation. So anyways,
we're ramping up.
But it was almost because of going to Japan that we thought we should have 2 phones, because Becky had so much anxiety when we went to Japan that we were going to get separated and we only had 1 phone between us and that we wouldn't be able to find each other.
I was literally
just grabbing on my hand at all times. Yeah.
It's going to be amazing. Now, if you can't make it to London, You can join us.
And I've only ever owned phones on contract, locked to a carrier, which means that when you go to another country, you can't pop in a SIM card. And I want to get one that's unlocked so that when we go to Japan, and we're still planning to do it in the spring coming up next year, to be able to go there, buy a SIM card, just pop it in, and you got like native data.
I really, really like that idea.
Now I'd like to talk about the App Store.
This is really boring. Does anybody know a good time code to get to? Oh, I already knew. Did you? I guess it's cool.
What?
I already knew because, all right, so of all days, I gave you a reaction, but I already knew. So, okay, the reason that's why I wanted to do this bad. So you didn't know.
No! I haven't been on the internet
I haven't
for
seen this yet.
Ever.
All right, that's why I was just talking over everything. I don't care about any of this. But, so, we were thinking of streaming this before, because it took place right before PlayStation. It was like, we could do this while we were waiting, and we were too tired. But of all days for us to even think about an Apple conference, then to not do it, Miyamoto comes on stage.
Oh my god. Wicked. That's crazy.
So, I'm sorry I skipped the reveal. I didn't know where it was. Like I said, I haven't, the good thing is I haven't seen it yet. I only found out about it because I woke up this morning like, I was interested in the phone. I just Googled it. I just wanted to see what they've said so far.
You lied to me.
I did. That's why I kept you off Twitter. I said people had posted PlayStation spoilers. So you got a real reaction out of Becky and a fake one out of me. I do want to see the reveal. I haven't seen the reveal yet, so this should be fun.
Is the biggest and most popular category on the store.
It's okay, it
with
wasn't
over
necessary.
500,000 games to choose from. But there's been something, or rather, someone missing. And I'm so happy to announce today he is coming to the App Store.
That's a pretty good reveal.
Feels weird though.
It is. I'll save my cynicism for after.
Welcome, Mario. And please welcome from Nintendo, the father of Mario, Shigeru Miyamoto.
He's so fucking loved, even at a non-gaming event.
Yeah. I love you. That's a huge auditorium.
That is a huge auditorium for an iPhone event.
Thank you, Tim. For the past 30 years.
Did he just say, oh
every
wait,
time-
he said Tim, right?
Yeah.
Thought he said thank you, Steve. That would be awkward.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Jobs.
Mario has encountered a new platform. He has evolved and continue running toward a new goal.
You
And
can't
now,
get more adorable.
Mario is running toward his next goal, iPhone.
I thought you said
Please
Tim.
let me speak in Japanese. So I'd like to ask Bill Twinen to translate.
Bill
ビルよろしく。
Even Bill.
まず我
He was
々
fired.
この選ん
He
だ
just-
iOS の上
Come
で
back.
people as possible.
Does he work for
all
Apple
around the
now?
world
Is that why
to
he's
be
there?
able to enjoy
Yeah,
playing
probably.
as Mario.
I think so.
And they'll be doing it first
That was
on
convenient.
iOS.
それがこの完全新作のソフト
And they'll be doing it in a brand new game, Super Mario Run.
He's fucking the most adorable man in the
マリオのい
world.
いところっていうのは誰でも簡単に遊べる
What's
とこ
the
ろ
magic of Mario is that anyone can pick up a game and instantly start
で今
playing.
回はさらにそれを遊び
And
や
this
すくして
time,
みました
we've made it even simpler to begin.
まずはね実際に遊んでみましょう
So why don't we show you how?
So a runner
マリオはタイトル通り
game.
Now, as the title suggests,
Now,
Mario runs
okay. I do have cynicism because that's like, oh, Nintendo, a runner game? Like, that's every fucking game. In fact, we just met with friends after PAX that we were all making fun of how, like, anytime a movie comes out, a runner game comes out for it. Just like, it's the, like, greatest form of garbageware. You know, like,
Yeah.
but what I will say is, you played, one of the few games you played at PAX was a game that's been out for a while, but it was Meat Boy Runner, the Meat Boy Runner.
The only game I played at PAX.
Runners can be fun, and I mean, we all know that Bit Trip Runner is fucking amazing. So
One of the only games I've beaten recently.
we won't try to be too cynical about this because runner games can be fun. even
Yeah.
if they are like one of the most ubiquitous shovelware on the App Store from most companies.
Automatically to the right.
So you're just always
And as he
running.
does, he'll hurdle small gaps in certain enemies. It's very simple, and the movement
Is it
feels great.
procedurally generated? Because that's what Meat Boy Runner is.
With just a
and
tap
this
of the
kind
finger
of
anywhere on the touch screen, you can make Mario jump.
Hey, he
And the
stopped
longer
there for
you
a second.
tap, the higher he jumps. This is
okay.
key to getting high scores. In later levels, you'll see blocks that will change Mario's direction, and others that will start and stop him with precision timing. But the goal remains simple. Collect as many coins as you can and get to the flagpole at the end of the level before time runs out.
Oh, dude, you're okay. Would have been pretty rough if you lost. You died
But what's
here.
new this time, what's different, is that you can play the game one-handed for the very first time. And what that means is that you can play while holding on to a handle on the subway, while eating a hamburger,
I fucking love you.
or while eating an apple.
You're fucking kidding me.
But in addition to the traditional Mario gameplay, we've also prepared a brand
これ
new
は
way to
食べ
play.
ます。
これは、バトルモードなんですけども
It's a new battle mode called Toad Rally.
大勢の相手の中から誰かを選
And
ん
the
で
first thing that you do in battle mode is you choose an opponent from this list to try to beat their high
You
score.
can play Will Jack in it.
Today, I've asked Hideki Konno to play.
Miyamoto's like,
So who should he compete against?
フィルさんを、
Oh, it looks like he picked Phil.
フィルさんのデータに今度がチャレンジをします。
So we're going to try to beat Phil's high score.
はい。このゲームはね、フレンドだけじゃなくて世界中の人たち
Now,
を
battle
選んで
mode will have you competing not only against
this
your
is
friends,
interesting.
but for the first time, players
oh,
around the world.
you just see like a floating, so they get rid of the
Victory in
precision
battle mode
issue
is determined
because
based on
they're
the
just
number of
floating.
coins you collect
Because
and the
latency
number
would
of
make it so that they
toads
can't
you
look
impress.
perfectly jumping
Because the
around,
toad
I
characters
guess.
appear every
So it's
time you do a
represented by a
daring move.
で
sticker.
ゲームは時間いっぱいゴールがない。
There's no flagpole in the battle mode, so you just keep running, jumping, and collecting coins until time runs out.
で今フィルさんの、ゴーストが
As you do,
Fuck,
you
I'm
may
kind
see a
of
little
into
sticker
this.
of Mario.
Of course
moving
you
through the
are.
course.
You love
In this
runners
case,
and
that
you love
shows us
Mario.
what Phil was
Yeah,
doing on
and
his
collecting
run,
coins.
where he collected his coins and where he gathered his Toad fans.
でこのゲームの結果によってキノピオが
In the matches that you win, the toads you gather will
I'd
become
like you guys
residents
to
of
do
your
some
very own
Googling for
mushroom
me.
kingdom.
When was the last time Nintendo appeared
So
on
another
any, Mario
new
appeared on
element
any
you can
system that
enjoy
wasn't?
育てる過程
Is
の新しい
expanding and
Nintendo.
customizing your mushroom kingdom using the coins you collect in the game.
さあ最後になるとキノピオ
Oh,
が
Is
at
it
the end of
definitely
battle
though?
mode,
Is it
Toadette
definitely
appears
CDI? Can
to
you guys
tally
look
the
that
score
up?
and show who won. Oh,
勝ちました。
good job, Kono-san.
フィルさんごめんなさい。
Sorry, Phil. はい。
はい。ですね。
Mario learning
はい
games for
この
PC.
スーパ
Okay.
ーマリオラン
Yeah,
は
there's that.
でき
We
るだ
want
けたくさん
as
の
many
But that's
people
kind of its own
of all
thing, 'cause
ages
it's not a
to be
jumping.
able to enjoy playing Super Mario Run.
そのために最初に一定のお
For
金を
that
いただくん
reason,
ですけれ
we
ども
plan on releasing the
その後
game
どんなに
at
遊
a
んで
set
もお金
price.
はかからない仕組みを考え
So
てい
you
ます。
won't have to worry about continuing to pay. You'll just be able to play to your heart's content.
はい、スーパーマリオ今年の
But what if I want to
We'll
buy
have pricing
unlimited
later, but
coins?
Super Mario Run will release in time for holidays in 2016.
楽しみにしてください。
I hope you look forward to it.
はい。それでこのは
He's waiting.
この発表を記念してね、iMessage のステッカーも準備していま
We
す。
have one more piece of news. We've prepared a set of Super Mario stickers for iMessage.
ぜひと
Oh,
that
も
will launch day and date
God.
with iOS 10 that I hope you'll send to all your friends and family.
Oh,
それ
for
では
fuck's
スー
sakes.
パーマリオランの発売を
I
In the
communicate
meantime,
with my
you can look
nephew
forward
through
to Super Mario
Emojis?
Run.
emojis,
Thank
and
you
he
very
loves
much.
Lufario.
Lufario.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
he
that's
calls
what he
Mario.
calls him. Oh, okay.
So I would totally
Thank
send
you,
it to him.
Miyamoto-san. We cannot be
I
more
fucking love that
honored
man.
Nintendo
Yeah.
chose to bring Mario to iOS first. So that's a brief update on the App Store.
Interesting.
Now, as we start a new school year, let's turn our attention to education. Apple celebrated
right.
its 40th
Let's move this
birthday
along.
I love education.
earlier this year.
Are built to take advantage of
Boring.
iOS, macOS, We're collaborating
All right,
together.
so just like some notes on
I can also edit anything.
Using the coins you collect in the game.
notes on that. Like this is like a huge moment in Nintendo's history.
Yeah, massive.
It's like the fact that they're now they're not even licensing. They're developing for another system that's not Nintendo.
Which is what we were so worried about.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
now that I see it and how they've done it, I'm interested in it.
Well, they're definitely making a very distinctly different experience. They're not trying to like put a Mario game on a system. They're making it its own thing.
It felt like kind of dirty and weird at first, but I think that's, I don't know, times change.
The thing is, it's hard to compete. They've acknowledged it's hard to compete with mobile phones when you're a company whose bread and butter for so long has been your mobile devices. It really has been, even though sales are still pretty strong with 3DS, they are getting eaten. You know, the fact is that like slowly people see less and less reason to have a handheld device. Nintendo faithful are always going to want a 3DS or a DS or whatever they come out with.
Yeah.
But the casual user looks at it and says, the kids want a phone and they want a 3DS. The phone does all the things. The 3DS doesn't, you know, so they choose the phone over top of it. And the kids are happy because they'll play Flappy Bird all day.
Yeah.
They don't love Mario like we do yet. So
the thing too is whenever I go to like conventions or travel, I bring my 3DS because I want to get like the street passes and all that stuff. But it is another heavy device that it's not that heavy, but
it's just one more thing.
yeah, it's one more device.
Everybody wants one device.
If it was in my phone,
Yep.
that
So
would make it
like
that much
Animal
more
Crossing would be
convenient.
much better, I think, on a phone.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And everybody, like, we're expecting the NX announcement later this month, which is rumored to be an actual system that can be picked up and walked around with and can actually, right now, one of the patents that makes it look like it's going to be a system that you plug two things, go on the side, and you play it like this, like a Vita.
Yeah.
But those two things come off when you're at home, and you set it down, plug it into the TV, and those two things become two controllers.
Huh.
Which is interesting. I don't know if that'll be what they go with. Nintendo patents a lot of things just like Apple that they don't end up using, but that could be interesting. So it looks like their strategy going forward is little things on the phone, but like more full-fledged things on their mobile and home device. So they don't want people to think anymore about whether they buy an iPhone and a mobile Nintendo system. If you want a home Nintendo system, you already just bought both.
Right.
Is I think what their marketing strategy is going to be.
It feels really weird to me that I'm not more upset with seeing Mario on a phone.
Maybe it's because you were eased in because of all the rumors for so long.
I guess so. That's got to be it.
So, you know, we'll see. I only hope that, like, despite what some of you may think, I hope the best for Nintendo. I want them to be their former glory. I just want them to do it in the right way.
Yeah. They're giving tons of Macs and iPads to tons of schools.
Oh, that's cool.
That's really neat.
Apple Watch is coming. We don't really care.
It's out, isn't it?
I just want to get to the iPhone news. I want to see. Oh! Pokemon Go. Oh, there is more Nintendo.
Whoa.
They take advantage of the powerful graphics tools in watchOS 3 like Scene Kit and Sprite Kit. Fitness apps like Sweat with Kayla and P90X have
I could
access
see
to
a
real-time
place in my
heart
life
rate,
for an iWatch
and
because it's
Bing
convenient
will use
to
the
just like, you know,
gyroscope to
do things
analyze
quickly,
and hopefully
quick
improve
checks, things
the
like that.
swing.
But it has to be
So-
cheaper,
so
way
many
cheaper.
Great apps.
Like how much is a fucking
But there's
iWatch?
one special one that I'm excited to tell you about today. Pokemon Go is coming to the watch.
Pokemon Go. $369. Oh, that's a price drop, is it
And
not?
to tell you more about it, I'd like to invite to the stage
Still
John
a little
Hickey,
too
CEO
expensive.
of Niantic Labs.
How much was our meal fuse?
Yeah, like the
Jeff-
fitness aspect's the only thing I want, and that was like $100.
Yeah, and I adore
certainly
it.
been a
I just
It's
want a heart rate
waterproof,
monitor.
so
That's all I
can
want.
Use it when I'm swimming.
And also for our friends at the Pokemon Company. I hope many of you have had a chance
The
to
Apple
try
Watch One was
Pokemon Go
$269.
for iPhone.
Canadian, please.
If you have,
Anybody,
you're
any
not
Canadians
alone.
in there remember what it was worth?
Since we launched
I need the
in
Canadian
early
dollars.
July,
It's different here,
Pokemon
guys.
Go has been downloaded more than 500 million times around the world.
Canadians only are allowed to answer this question.
More importantly,
bro.
Pokemon trainers
Give it to us.
collectively have walked more than 4.6 billion kilometers while playing the game.
The new Apple Watch is fully swim-proof? Okay. There's hiking
So
apps
Pokemon
as
Go
well?
is about exploration.
Right.
It's also about having fun outside with your family or with your friends.
I think it was
Because of that,
$269
we've
in
been
Canada.
really interested in finding
Sure, it was
ways to
more,
enable you
because
to
$269
play
would be within the realm that
while
I would
focusing less
consider.
on your screen
I thought it was
and
like
more
the
on
cheapest
stuff
one you could
around
get
you.
was $400.
That was the inspiration for this device, the Pokemon Go
I remember
Plus,
it being ridiculous.
developed by our partners
Yeah,
at
I remember it
Nintendo.
being
But
ridiculous
maybe I
too.
thought
It
269
works
was
with your
ridiculous.
iPhone to enable heads-up gameplay for Pokemon Go.
I see
and it'll be available
359
later this month.
for Canada.
So 400 with tax, that
This
might make
morning,
sense.
we're
Yeah.
really
That might
excited
be
to
why
show
I
you
passed up
something
on it.
new
Because when I was
working.
considering, I wanted a fitness band that reads my heart rate.
It's designed to seamlessly blend
And
Pokemon Go gameplay
I
with your
considered an
daily
Apple
walk
Watch.
or run, while enabling you to focus on what's important. All the
So
cool
basically
stuff
what
around
he's saying is Pokemon Go,
Pokemon Go on Apple Watch.
always going, without having to worry about having the phone in your hand.
I want to introduce the product manager for Pokemon Go, Tatsuo Nomura, to give you a demo.
Well, and he also said the Pokemon
Thank you, John. For
company.
Pokemon trainers out
Pokemon Company.
there, sometimes
Yeah.
Pokemon can hatch from the egg by walking with it. Good news, from a complication on the watch face, I can see how far I need to walk to hatch an egg. The main screen shows my
Now
current
you
level
can't
and the XP
donkey.
I need to get to the next.
A good heart rate
My walk
monitor
is
costs
recorded
about
as
$100
a
bucks.
workout. This helps
It
me
has to
make
have
faster
the
progress towards my
technology that
activity
reads
goals.
your heart rate, not the other stuff that
All right,
reads the
let's take a walk.
throb. The only
During
one
my
that's
walk,
really accurate is the
I can
one
see
with
how
the
far I
bright
walked
green
and the
lights,
calories
which
burned.
Apple Watch has, and so
At a
does
glance,
Mio
I
Fuse
see
or
which
Mio
Pokemon
Go
are
or
nearby.
whatever the fuck it's
So
called.
let's keep walking. A wild Snorlax
Whoa.
appeared.
Is that exciting, guys?
If it wasn't for
We
this
don't
demo,
play Pokemon
I definitely
Go.
would have taken.
Do you guys
my
want a
iPhone to
Pokemon
catch
Go
it.
show from us?
Oh well, let's keep walking.
Would you like one?
When I approach a Pokestop,
Not
I
really.
tap on my wrist.
That fad is over.
Too late.
Pokestops are located at interesting places,
No.
such
yes,
as public
no.
artworks
Would
and
be fun.
Peggy and I
Why
could
not?
walk around, try to
This
catch a
one?
couple Pokemon.
It's battleground.
We could stream it too.
It
Interesting.
really is over. You guys
Let's
missed
collect
it.
some
That's
items.
hilarious. That's
Just one.
hilarious.
I'm sorry, I was in
Sweet, I
Ontario
got
when it
Ultra Ball.
happened.
But people would still be interested in watching a show
I want
where
to see
we.
more of
Pokemon
Vancouver.
Go
I'm
on
sure
Apple
people would
Watch.
be interested to
I've
see
never
us
used a
do it
Pokestop.
though, because we have
Oh.
literally we know
I think I
hardly
just
anything
earned a
about
gold
it.
medal.
I know
This means I visited
Charizard and
2,000
Pikachu
Pokestops.
and Snorlax.
I think it could be
pretty
entertaining at the very least to see us do it. Even if you're
going
not
to
like,
keep
it's not like we're
walking to see if
covering
I
the
can hatch
game.
an
We're
egg.
just, it's us playing Pokemon Go. That's what you're tuning
Oh.
in for.
Here we are. Let's see what
I
happens.
would love to see Vancouver.
I love
Yes,
that
it's a
reaction.
Pikachu.
That is
Like,
hilarious. Nah, bad's over. Too late.
Isn't that exciting?
Do you think they could do anything to like enhance it to
Now
make
that
it
I'm
like
done
get
walking,
back, come
let's end
back?
my
Like,
workout. The summary screen
Well,
shows
maybe
all my
improve the
activity
graphics.
and all the items
Graphics
I
are
collected
pretty
along the
crap
way.
in it.
Pokemon Go on Apple Watch will help you
PvP
to
battles?
be the very best. Thank you.
They're coming up with like trading.
Thanks, Tatsuo. We're really excited to bring you this
PvP
new way to
battles
experience
would be
Pokemon
interesting
Go and give
because
you a little extra
you know they
motivation
don't
to
want to
get outside,
cannibalize
get some
the real
exercise, and
Pokemon
have fun
games,
with your
right?
friends.
Yeah.
It'll be shipping before end of year. Thank you.
So we clearly aren't too interested in that, but
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, no, I have my.
Can't wait to get
fuse.
Pokemon Go for my watch. Maybe I can finally break out a level 2 and catch my daughter. Whether it's Pokemon
Dude,
Go
try harder, you
or 2 is swim proof.
so is our Mio.
Yep.
So you can wear
So
it
it
whether
wasn't
you're
swim proof
swimming
before?
or
Yeah, I
surfing
wonder.
or just doing that occasional cannonball.
What do you want?
The
you can
thing
keep it
is,
on.
with
It's
swimming,
rated
it
water
doesn't.
resistant 50 meters, which is the industry
From
standard
what
for
I
a swim
recall, it
watch.
didn't track
But what
the
that
distance
means
or
is
anything.
the watch
Oh, okay.
needs to
I was
withstand
only
the
using it for the
pressure-
heart
water
rate
pressure equivalent
Right.
aspect, but
being
it
at a
might.
depth
I
of
didn't
50
really focus on that. I just wanted to
That's
stay
pretty
within
neat.
my
And
Yeah, it wouldn't
target
calculate the
range.
distance because it has no accelerometer, whereas the
Because
iWatch
there are
would.
So many ingress points. So
that's one thing they
our
have
engineers
that
been hard at
NeoFuse
work
doesn't.
Developing new seals and adhesives, and they've been able to close all those.
Regardless of what you might think about
Except
Apple,
one.
you gotta admit they make slick hardware.
I
Like,
logged in to say yes. I want to see you guys hunt
Needs
Pokemon.
air to produce sound.
Yeah, they do. They totally do.
they make it
Yeah.
slick as hell.
And that's a problem.
Yeah.
So, apps as well as
Such well-designed,
For example,
beautiful
A
hardware.
great workout. So let's get going.
think
All right,
Apple
all
Watch is
right,
the
all right.
Resistant
ultimate
to
device
50
for
meters?
healthy life. And
So not proof. Like
Yeah.
and hardly any
Okay.
electronic
Yeah,
is
actually,
proof.
I feel like that's probably
Even GoPros aren't technically proof. I mean, like proof is to.
It's a problem, and Nike and Apple have solved it. The app
All right, all
on
right.
data and
Very pretty.
iOS 10,
iOS 10.
which
Blah
is
blah
our
blah blah.
biggest
blah, blah, blah.
iOS release ever.
What does it do? Okay, there's the iPhone
It's
7. I want to
the
see
best
this. This is what I
if you
care
want.
about.
They're available in the new
What?
App Store.
Fill your fucking chat up with all kinds of ugly shit.
And you can easily
That's
use
what
these
our
apps to
message looks
create,
like with Deacon.
share content,
Our chat is
make
nothing but
payments,
Simpsons gifs from
more,
Frankiak.
all without leaving messages.
I mean, from Frankiak.
So that's a
And
quick
some
update
Futurama from.
on
Yeah, some
iOS 10,
Futurama from the
world's
with the
most
other one.
Futurama.
advanced
one.
mobile operating system with some incredible new features. Now, of course, the world's most advanced mobile operating system deserves
iPhone.
the most advanced smartphone.
Hurry up.
And here it is.
So, like I was saying at the top of the show, this is what it's all about. Two cameras.
It's the best iPhone
It's not
that we
just
have ever created.
Crazy, stupid marketing.
This is
From what I've read.
iPhone 7. It has a gorgeous new design. And I'd like to have
Yeah,
Johnny
I would hope it's the
tell
best
you more
one.
about
They're
it.
like, this is the second best phone we've ever made. In my personal opinion, the iPhone 4 was the best. Oh, tell us Ive.
We have created a product that is the most deliberate evolution of our original founding design.
Deliberate.
That looks
An
very
aluminium
slim.
body and formed sheet of glass describe a singular shape. One made with very few, very precisely engineered parts.
Oh my god.
Our obsession remains to continuously simplify and improve. From sculpting the camera housing directly out of the aluminium body to embedding the antenna within the enclosure, essentially making it disappear. Each refinement
That
serves
camera
to
bump
bring
is going to be
absolute
annoying.
unity and
though.
efficiency
But with a
to the
case on it,
design.
it won't matter, right? And everybody puts a case on.
To define
But
one truly
it is the one
uninterrupted
ugly
form,
aspect of the
we've
phone, how it
developed
pops
a whole new
out.
process to achieve a high gloss black finish. This begins with rotational 3D polishing.
Oh my
As
god, who
specialized
gives a
concrete
fuck?
flows over the
Our
intricate
iPhone 6 doesn't have a
geometries of the
camera bump.
housing, removing imperfections,
We don't have an iPhone.
establishing
What's that
a
thing?
seamlessness between
That
materials.
one's the 5
And
SE.
producing a
We lost our
pristine,
phone, so we had to get the new
mirror-like
SE.
The
It's
enclosure
modeled after the
then
old
goes through an
iPhone 5.
process
The
which
iPhone 6
creates
is
a
the one that's bigger, that's
protective
slimmer.
oxide layer.
I never knew.
A single
We actually really like the
dye
form factor
is
of that, the
absorbed
old
through a
boxy
capillary
iPhone.
effect
I loved
to
it.
ensure maximum saturation.
It looks like a
while actually
masturbator.
becoming part of
Trailer.
the surface itself.
That's a lot of loop.
Shit, yeah.
Finally, a magnetized ultrafine iron particle bath.
That's
is
really
used to
cool.
polish
Yeah,
the
it
anodized
really
layer to a superior high
I don't
shine.
want those in my masturbators though.
When complete, iPhone 7 is the most singular, the most evolved representation.
So, one of the
this
lenses is
design.
wide angle and one is telephoto, so that it's like, it has real optical zoom, not digital zoom.
Yeah.
I want to know how wide the wide angle is. I want the wide angle to be very wide,
We
like
are
as much
so
as the front-facing
excited
camera is.
about
Right.
iPhone 7. it makes all the things you do every day.
There was times at Disney
so
where I
much
would use the
better.
front-facing camera, even though I
tell you
wasn't
more
doing
about
selfie,
it,
just because it is a
I'd
wider
like to
angle, it
invite my
shows more
colleague
of what's
Phil
around
Schiller
you.
up to the stage.
So I'm hoping
Phil?
it's actually wide. Once again, if you're just tuning in, it's a video game show, but this just
Good
happens to be
morning,
today,
everyone.
and I'm in the market for a
I'm
phone.
excited.
So
I hope
fuck
you
up.
are. This is, yeah, somebody is.
And Miyamoto
This
came
is
on
the
stage.
best iPhone we
video
have
game
ever
related.
made.
Yeah.
We're going to cover it with 10
Fraser
major
used to watch
features.
all the keynotes.
We're going to get right started.
I used to be
with
pretty
number
Apple
one.
obsessed.
You've already
Today,
heard about
these
it.
days, I don't care
The design.
as much at all.
Tim and Johnny have told you that there is a beautiful, new, refined design for iPhone 7.
He's got the
Starts
best
with this
spare
new
tire I've
finish
ever seen.
We call jet black. It is absolutely
It's a
stunning.
very defined, like, row.
It is a high
It's
gloss
very much like a
finish.
tire.
So it's a seamless
Stop
surface
talking
between the
about the
glass
fucking
and the
gloss.
aluminum
Just
back
tell me
all
about the
around.
camera.
It is a stainless steel Apple logo. The new integrated antennas are built so subtly you can barely see them at all anymore. And of course, the enclosure creates the housing for the camera. It is a beautiful new design. There's a second new black. We call it simply black.
Whoa!
It is
I actually want that
blasted
one,
aluminum.
Matt.
It diffuses light. It is a black logo.
Yeah,
and it
I want
looks
that.
very cool, very high tech.
Matt.
Well, the new iPhone 7 also looks beautiful in gold
Boo.
and in silver,
Boo.
Nah,
and of course, rose.
Boo.
I hate that one.
Number 2, something we use hundreds of times a day, the home button.
Oh yeah, I do.
The home button is quintessential Apple design. It is so simple, yet so powerful. We use it throughout our day. We click it to go home. We double click it to bring in multitasking. We hold it down to invoke Siri. We can program it through accessibility.
Touch
you can put your
ID.
finger on it and read your fingerprint with Touch ID.
Touch ID is
You can
amazing.
double
It's
tap it to bring
awesome.
the screen
It
down.
really is
reachability.
awesome.
And of
And you
course,
can
hold
get
it near a
4
terminal
fingers, so
to
we
pay
can do
with
both
Apple
our
Pay. It does
thumbs.
so many things for us.
Or
And we
Touch
probably
ID is one of
more.
those things
redesigned
Becky
it to
never
make it
thought
more
she'd give a shit
responsive,
about
more
until she started
reliable,
using it, and then
even
she's like, all right, yeah.
customizable
Yeah.
in
In
iPhone
fact, it took
7.
you forever to even put
Yep.
your thumbprint
we've done
into
this
the new
before.
one.
I didn't do it. I was like,
You're like, I don't
Yeah.
need that. I can have a code.
You may remember
Yeah.
with the iPod, it started with a mechanical click wheel, and then
And
we updated to an electrostatic wheel, and
It
it
was
was so much better.
one thing that
We've done
a
it
lot of people are
recently
cynical about. They're
with
like,
the
who the hell
MacBook
needs
Pro.
that? And
Yeah.
then everybody, it's
Brought out the
ubiquitous
Force
now.
Touch
Everybody
trackpad,
wants
and
it.
It's the
It's
best
so good.
trackpad we've ever had in a notebook. And we're doing this
Yeah, same with you.
with the home
Yeah.
button. We've re-engineered it.
It is so useful.
It's now force sensitive, solid state.
So it's no
works
longer a
together
click.
in combination with a new generation.
But it makes it feel
Taptic
like a
engine.
click because of
This
a little
Taptic engine
tiny-
is more responsive, puts out
Oh,
a wide range of
Taptic.
frequencies, and it creates in real time
Taptic.
an incredible feel with the new home button. In fact, it's so
called
useful we use it
haptic
throughout
feedback.
the user experience.
That's the
Okay.
So if you do a
technical
quick
term for
action like moving a
haptic
widget,
feedback. They're
Did
calling
they
it
trademark?
haptic.
haptic feedback.
Did they
There's unique
trademark?
feedback
It's a
for
marketing term. They just
notifications and
invented
messages,
it.
and
That's
even
hilarious.
your ringtones. And it's amazing
so
because
funny.
it can be programmed by third-party applications.
For the longest time, we've been
and the
wanting an
applications that are
iPhone that
starting
has
to work on
haptic
iPhone
feedback
7,
on the
taking
screen
advantage
itself.
of this
So every
haptic engine
tap,
are
can you
creating
imagine
new
that it
feelings
had
and
like
experiences that could not
every
have been created
touch,
before
you would
in
feel a
smartphone.
tiny vibration from
really
every little
incredible.
That'd
bit.
be cool.
And
That'd
it
be
just
really
felt
cool.
like you're
Number
like
3.
the whole thing was made of buttons.
The
Yeah.
new enclosure in iPhone
Beam
7
leg?
and iPhone 7 Plus are water and dust resistant.
Beam, we're figuring out. If anytime you have beam leg, head over
Now, it's
to
incredibly important to
head
the
over
team
to the old
ensure that
stream.
we protect
It's-
the
there's a
great
button there for
feeling
it.
and experience that we all love about our iPhones with the buttons.
so
and
water
switches.
resistant now.
And to
Yeah,
do that and
that's
provide
very
this
interesting.
resistant meant re-engineering it from the inside out in many ways, including new seals and new adhesives.
This may
That's
be
one thing that
Test.
Samsung had up.
It is IP67
On
protection
iPhones.
standard.
This may be why
What
they
does
got
this
rid of the
mean for all of
headphone
us?
jack too.
Well,
It might have made it
even
easier to make it
The
water
least coordinated
resistant.
among us
Yeah.
don't have to
More
worry in
water
case
resistant.
some unusual mishap happens that your iPhone will be safe from water or dust.
So don't bring it underwater, but
Yeah.
if you fall in the pool,
Number
then get it
4.
out pretty quick.
Let's
It'll be
talk
fine.
about the camera. The camera is
There you
perhaps
go.
the most beloved feature by many of us in our iPhones, and customers
It is
take
the feature for
absolutely
me.
stunning photographs. You can see them around the world in the Shot on iPhone campaign. They are amazing, and they send us them every single day. More pictures to be included in that campaign because it is an incredible camera. And just wait till they get their hands on the new camera system in the iPhone 7. It is a huge advancement
There's
in
supposed to be
photography
two cameras. I don't
for
get
cell
it.
phones.
There is.
Everything about it is entirely new. There's an optical image stabilizer in all iPhones, 7 and 7 Plus.
Was there an optical image stabilization in the old iPhone? Because that's crazy that you can have a little stabilizer in there that
There's a
small.
wider f1.8 aperture lens that lets 50% more light.
It's only on the
onto
Plus.
sensor.
Okay, I see.
There is a new 6-element lens, so you can get a sharp image edge to edge without 1.8 aperture.
1.8 aperture. What did the last? Yeah, what the fuck was the last? That's
30%
insane for a phone. What was the last iPhone's aperture? Like 2.4, I
Even the
think.
flash is all new. Our True Tone flash in the same aperture now has 4 LEDs. It puts out 50% more light, reaches 50% further, and the engineering team has come up with this really cool feature, a flicker sensor. What does that do? Well, the flicker sensor reads the flickering of artificial lighting and can compensate for it in the photos and videos you take.
Which is different depending on the region you're in.
In terms of image
There are
quality.
settings on camera that say which
Behind it
continent
all
you're in
is the
because
brains
flickers of
the
lights are
camera,
different in every
the
country.
image signal processor. And this
fucking
enables
crazy.
so much of the unique quality that we get in the
2.2
pictures we take
aperture on the
with
iPhone 6?
Wow.
The ISP and
That's
the
a
new chip
huge jump.
in the iPhone 7
That
is
is
twice
massive.
the throughput
That's going to let
of
in so
previous
much more light.
versions. What does this ISP do? Well, I'm going to take you a quick walk through some of the things the ISP does every time we take a picture. It's unbelievable. But the first thing it does is it reads the scene and uses machine learning to look for objects and people and bodies within it. Then it automatically sets exposure, sets focus using our focus pixels, sets the color with white balance.
Yeah.
In fact, for the first time, captures wide color, cinema standard wide color.
Oh, for a
Balance it off
PlayStation.
with tone mapping. It does noise reduction. And even if it needs to, it can take multiple photos and fuse them together into one.
Yeah, he said
to give you the
focus
perfect
pixels. I don't
image.
even know what the fuck he
This
means by
happens
that.
every time we take a picture. In fact, the ISP is so smart, it's performing 100 billion operations every time we take a
All
picture.
right, I don't give a
And it
fuck.
does
Just
it
take
in
the
just
photo.
25 milliseconds. This truly is a supercomputer.
25
for photos.
minutes, and your photo is ready for you to view.
Stand very still.
What matters most is the pictures you can take with the iPhone 7. So of course, we've given iPhone 7s to a number of great photographers and asked them to show us what's possible directly with this
I don't want to
incredible
skip
camera.
anything important, but
And they
I'm
were
bored.
so blown away. I want to use one quote of what photographers had to say about this. Christopher Anderson
go ahead
said,
just a little
this
bit.
iPhone is going to be so much improved. It's really
Yeah,
great.
okay,
So
whatever.
customers are going to love taking pictures with iPhone 7.
That's low
They're also
light,
gonna love
though.
That is
taking
low
live
light, yeah.
photos. They're already
That was
gotten
demonstrating tone
even
mapping as
better
well.
with
Tone
iPhone
mapping
7.
basically gives like
Now we apply
across the
video
whole
image
photo
stabilization.
independent
When you take a live
exposures
photo,
depending on where,
you can
like
edit them
so.
after
I
you
think
shot
they,
them, like crop them or apply
did
filters.
specifically choose a white
And
and black
developers
person
can capture
Right.
to show
and
it.
edit live
Yeah.
photos
They couldn't
within their
say it,
applications
I
with
guess.
iOS
I don't
10.
know why you can't say there's a white
Developers
and a black
are really
person
excited that in
image.
iOS 10,
And they
you can
tone
now
mapped them,
capture
but they did.
raw
Twitter.
DNG files
why.
directly
Yeah,
from the
guys.
camera sensor.
I
and
want
do even
that
more complex editing.
donut.
And for the first time,
There's a bite out of
with
it.
iPhone
I almost
7,
bought that
they
for
can
my
also
nephew
get
for his-
wide
for
color
his
in their
birthday.
photos
I
that
want
they
it.
take as well. So this is the best camera we've
Oh, that's
ever
actually a big
made
deal.
on
I don't
any
think
Raw.
iPhone had RAW before.
Yeah.
We also have
That's
the
for
best
the
camera
real
we've
big
ever had
photo
on the
nerds.
front
Yeah,
side as
totally.
well. There's a new 7-megapixel FaceTime HD camera for those selfies.
It is a
and
Simpsons
those
reference,
FaceTime
yeah.
calls we make. This is up from 5 megapixels. The sensor includes new pixel technologies that we've used on the backside, like deep trench isolation. If you remember
You
what
can't
that is, it
save
helps
raw
us get
photos
sharper
to your
images
camera, though. That
as
would
the
have to
pixels
go
get
up to
close together.
iCloud.
It also
They're big.
captures
Yeah.
wide
But
color
you could,
images. So
because
throughout
I've
the
heard
system,
that this
we're
comes in
on
a
color.
this is going to
It
come
does
in a
auto image
256
stabilization.
gigabyte model.
So this shot that
Oh,
you see up here on the
shit.
screen,
But
that was
still,
taken
like,
That's what I
with a
heard.
front
raw
side
images
camera,
are massive.
unedited
They're
exactly
huge.
as it can take a beautiful selfie. So this is the iPhone 7 camera. New 12-megapixel camera system with optical image stabilization, wider f1.8
Well, Frostbite,
aperture,
any really
6
good
elements
photographer
in the
knows that
lens,
the best camera is the
sensor
one that you have at the
60%
time.
faster, now a quad
So,
LED True Tone flash.
I don't think any
our
photographer will get rid of their big
ISP,
cameras, but
and
I
wide
think
color
photographers
capture.
will
It
appreciate
is the
having a
best
better camera on their phone
ever
at
in
any
an
given
iPhone.
time.
So, if you can't tell, I love cameras. I love them. And this has got me so excited because if that is the best camera we've ever made in an iPhone,
So that's actually a big deal. The flash has different
for iPhone
colors, so
7.
depending on the scenario or whatever, it'll actually get way better
And this is what we're
skin
doing on
tones
iPhone
from
7
you.
Plus. It's
Because the
plus
flash tends to make you
a
look
second
really ugly.
camera.
Isn't
There's now
that what he was
two
kind of talking about with the
12
white
megapixel
balance?
cameras
Yeah.
built in the iPhone 7 Plus. One has the wide angle 28 millimeter lens, the same as the iPhone 7.
That's
the
interesting.
other is a telephoto.
So I knew about this,
56
but
millimeter
both are
lens.
12 megapixel.
The
Most
Y
rumors
has
thought
two
that one would be
cameras
lower
with
megapixel and
two
the other one would be
lenses.
12, and
Well,
that
to
they'd
explain
sacrifice
let
on
me show you a
one.
traditional point and shoot or DSLR and how the lens can work. As you know, and we have many of these cameras in our lives, you can change the focal length of your lens to zoom in. That's how we get a zoom feature. And that works great when you have a large camera with a big lens on it you can move in and out. That isn't so great on the lens you want to put in something that goes in your pocket.
Could you imagine if
your
they put
purse.
in a growing lens on a
So
phone?
we know with
Well, you
two
can get
cameras
that.
and two different
Well, yeah.
lenses,
Like a
we can create a zoom feature
That'd
built
be
in
fucking
to
weird.
the iPhone. It takes an incredible amount of hardware and software to do it in a way that we can all enjoy, and the team has done something remarkable. So how does it work? The same as before. You go into the camera app to take a picture. But now there's a new button right there on the screen. Let me blow it up a teeny bit. It says 1x. It's right above the shutter. And when you go to take a picture, it's using the wide angle lens and taking a picture just as always.
But is it wider than
But
it
now
was
with
before?
this button, you can do one of two
that
things.
side?
First, you can just tap it.
How
And
wide?
it jumps to 2x. Now you're taking a picture with a telephoto lens. You're getting the same high quality 12 megapixel picture with a beautiful optical lens, no software needed. The second thing you can do is you can put your finger on it and drag across it.
That goes
You can
into
zoom
digital
from
zoom
1x to
territory.
5x. And as you go beyond 2x, you're doing software zoom. But now, since it's starting with
Which
that
you could do in
telephoto
post,
lens,
so no
the
need to
quality of
actually
that
do it while
image is
taking the
4
photo.
times better than before with software zoom.
People like to do
In fact,
it.
it's so much better, we decided to push it even further, all the way up to 10x. So now,
But the optical zoom is very much a big deal.
as you see here, now with
In addition,
iPhone 7 Plus, you can go from 1x to
a
10x.
telephoto zoom
Optical zoom at 2x, and great
will
software
enhance
zoom
depth of
after
field
that.
when taking up close-up
Here's an
subjects
example of two
without
photos side
simulating.
by side.
You can create shallow
One on the
depth of
left
field
taken
with
at
telephoto.
1x, the one on the right at 2x. Both with beautiful optical lens quality. Both are great examples of taking low light pictures now with incredible new cameras in iPhone 7
Low
Plus.
light, low
So
light.
that's the
That
camera
is
in iPhone
actually
7
incredible.
Plus,
Not only was
joining
that low
iPhone
light, but it had
7
bright
with this
image
great new zoom
behind.
Yeah.
feature.
And it seems to be doing
There's
really
one
well.
other use of this camera that we challenged our engineering team to do as an extra credit project. It really was. It's something that is incredibly challenging and takes a lot of amazing invention. But what they've been doing is astounding. And it's something that's a big breakthrough.
Two versions of
in
it.
photography.
One has two cameras.
And we
It's
want
the
to give
Plus.
you a sneak peek of this feature. Now, to explain it, I'm going to bring up a picture. This is a picture that was taken with a very high-end camera. And so it will help us illustrate the feature we're trying to achieve. So let me
Okay,
bring
so
up
they're
the
showing
picture.
a photo
You see
that was
this
taken with a
beautiful portrait?
DSLR to show you
The gentleman in
what,
the front
how
is
this
pin sharp
matters.
in focus. And that background has a beautiful blur. This is called shallow depth of field. This is a technique that's really useful for things like portraiture.
It's funny to me
It's
that he's
something
explaining what
I know.
shallow depth of field
Illustrated with a
is.
great camera
I
that
didn't wanna
has
be-
often
Does anybody in
very
there, and
close to
not,
like a
not to
full-frame
disparage you, but
sensor
like,
or
anybody in there not
a
know what
really
shallow depth of
big,
field
fast
is?
lens. And the quality of that background
It's hard for
blur,
me to
that's
know
what's
if the
called bokeh.
average person
And the higher
does.
the quality of the bokeh, usually the more advanced
We're
and higher quality the lens
Pretty
and
into
camera
photography,
system.
so.
Yeah.
And the ending
That's
result is
bokeh.
it feels almost 3D, like the person's popping off the screen. It is a beautiful photo. So our goal is to try to do something like
Bokeh
this
is used
using
to describe
the two cameras
the
in the
quality
iPhone
of the
7
blur,
Plus.
like
What
just
the
how the
engineering team
blur
has been doing,
feels, how it
hardware and
looks.
software working together,
A special
is truly
time in a young
remarkable.
man's life. That's what it is.
What they're able to
okay,
do
so it doesn't
is
seem
when we
like
take a picture
it
is
is
to use the ISP to scan the scene,
ubiquitous. Like
to use
Not everybody
machine
does
learning to recognize people and faces.
So here's how it's
and
gonna
then
do it.
create a depth map
Because
of
it has
that
two
image
cameras,
from
depth
the two
perception,
cameras in
and
the
it
software.
knows what was
Keep
closer
the
and
people
what
in the
was
front
further
sharp
away.
and focus and apply a beautiful blur
Oh,
to
okay.
the background. This is a huge
So it's
breakthrough
simulating
in what
this.
can be done
But because
with
it knows how
smartphone
far away
photography.
things were, the simulation
So how do you
isn't
do
just
it?
made up
Well,
like,
could
say,
it be
Photoshop
easier?
would have to do.
Again, we
It
go to the
knows
camera app,
what was
we go
close.
to take a picture. Where you normally select the style of the picture, so panorama or square, there's a new style that says portrait. You select portrait. It automatically jumps to using the telephoto lens because that 56mm lens is great for portrait lens. And automatically you see the depth of field.
You guys want to know what shallow depth of field is?
That
put your finger like this. That's shallow depth of field.
iPhone screen,
everything in the background's blurry, foreground,
your
finger is sharp. That's shallow depth of field.
Your screen. Even high-end DSLRs can't do
most
real-time
camera phones just keep everything in focus because it's the easiest way.
Incredible breakthrough. So now I'm going to show you the first picture we've ever shown the world of a depth of field photo taken from an iPhone 7 Plus with this new feature. Before I do, I have to.
They're going to show the original photo.
Because I wasn't entirely honest before.
I knew it. They're going to show the original photo. It was actually taken with the phone.
This was taken on an iPhone 7 Plus.
He lied. Well played, sir. Even though I think that photo kind of is a shit for demonstrating shallow depth of field. It's only one little piece of background.
And you don't know what it really
stunning.
is.
Again, we've given some photographers
It's
early
the wall.
access to 7 Plus.
I think it's a bad example, but it is that was an interesting way to. It was an interesting way to like.
One quote from a photographer. Jason Aceto said, "I loved the depth of field capabilities and the ability to shoot fast without losing sharpness. This iPhone proves you don't need a 5-figure rig to get a great photographer. This camera is going to change the game."
Oh, it looks like Chet got derped for a second there. Everything's going wrong today.
We are not saying to throw out your DSLRs and that iPhone replaces all the DSLRs.
Michael LT.
What we are saying
getting rid of his
is this is the best camera we have ever made in an iPhone. This is the best camera ever made in any smartphone. For many of the customers who have it, it'll probably be the best camera they've ever owned to date.
If he lied about that, what else has he lied about, Grumble?
Beautiful pictures with incredible creative tools. So let me show you two more examples
Can you give me
taken
your
from the iPhone
laptop?
7 Plus
Try
with
to
its
fix
depth
the
of
chat.
field.
It seems to be all
There's
dirt.
another photo. That's absolutely beautiful. One more. It is an incredible tool. It's not for every style of picture you're going to take, but for the ones you want to use it on,
I guess
it's a
they're
pretty
fixed.
big breakthrough. So how will iPhone 7 Plus users get this great feature? Well, simple. It will be a free software update later this year to all iPhone 7
I want it right away.
So that's the camera.
What's our plan now? Are we going to get the Pro?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
You'll just wait for the update?
Osmo, you know that stabilizer that I showed you guys that I used at Disney? And I used at PAX, which you will see on Sunday?
And an iPhone 7 and 7 Plus.
The Osmo just came out with their mobile version that does the same thing, stabilizing with a motor and a robot, but you plug your phone on. So the camera on the phone is better than the Osmo camera, so you'll be able to just. And this is my plan. I'll be able to stream. Like that's why I was bringing up the Pokemon Go show. I'd be able to plug it into that, go around with a nice, stable, beautiful shot, stream walking around in the middle of the city. I could go like we could go up with Pokemon and like stream that.
Use of this, so we're going to use it more
the
throughout our
Osmo can't
day
stream
in
because
very
it's not a
powerful
phone.
ways.
So that's like the big benefit of that. That's kind of neat.
App taking advantage of all of this, taking advantage of the Retina HD display and its wide color, of the cameras built in iPhone 7, and of course 3D Touch. We want to show you a photo app, and who knows photos and apps better than Instagram? So
and when
I'm very
we
excited to bring
do
up Ian
go
Spalter,
to
head of design at Instagram.
Japan, I want to stream a bunch there because their internet is incredible. Like they have amazing connection no matter where you go in Japan, pretty much.
Excited to share with you what
I would
we
like to
built
get a
take
good data
advantage of
plan
this
and
new
go around and
iPhone's
stream from
gorgeous
Japan for you
wide-color
guys.
screen
Like just
and dual-lens
have
camera.
live shows from
About a
Japan
month
walking
ago, we
around.
launched a new product called
How fun
Instagram
would that
Stories.
be?
And we've seen people sharing moments ranging from their everyday lives to behind the scenes at the Olympics. So let's jump into the Stories camera using a new 3D Touch quick action. Now the first thing we love about this new iPhone is this beautiful zoom that goes optically to 2x without losing any resolution. We built a new Zoom UI with haptic feedback so you can really feel when you push into that digital zoom. But now let's take a photo.
So,
thank you.
Because
Check out how
the
bright
new
and vivid
iPhones
the
have
colors are,
3D
thanks
touch,
to the new
which really
wide
just
color
means it can
capture
tell how
of the
hard
new
you're pressing
camera.
the screen.
Okay.
So
you can use it for things like he
photos
was
don't always
saying
capture the
zoom,
moment
like you
fully.
press harder and it
So with the tap of a
zooms
button,
without having to
we use the
drag
Live
even.
Photos API to quickly create a boomerang to bring the moment to life.
Live
You
photos.
can also import your existing live photos to do the same thing. Now this is awesome, but we wanted to go a step further and really take full advantage of this wide color gamut screen. So we built a new filter to do just that.
So the screen's
by
better.
pushing into parts of the color spectrum that just weren't possible with sRGB.
Oh my god.
So with this new filter,
This is definitely the thing
you can
this
see
year.
colors
Wider
pop in a
color.
way that you've never seen before. In fact, we've
See
updated
colors you've
all of
never
our
seen
photo
before.
filters to take
Fuck
advantage of the gamut.
off.
So no matter what your favorite filter
What,
is,
you're upgrading
gonna be
my
experiencing
eyes?
all of your Instagram photos in full, vibrant color.
Yeah? Are you upset with that, Fraser?
Oh my god.
I want upgraded eyes.
Oh, 25% better is
And
cool.
finally,
25% brighter.
Yeah.
You can share the
I
remote with friends with a single tap.
I'll always take a brighter screen.
And then if one of them
Because when you're
replies,
outside,
our
man, does
iOS
it
10
suck when you
notifications
can't like
show you
make
the image
it
right
make it
there and
out.
push notification.
Especially
So
when
this
you're
new
taking
version of
photos,
Instagram
because you're
will be
like
launching
trying
later
to like
this
see
year.
what you're
We're
taking.
really excited to see what you all
Needs to be
create
bright.
with Instagram and the new iPhone. Thank you.
Nobody even uses Instagram anymore. Everybody uses Snapchat.
No, that's not true.
Let's talk
I
about
use
audio.
Instagram.
Nobody uses
First, we use the built-in
Snapchat
speaker on
anymore.
our iPhone
Everybody uses
all the time. We use it
Gibble,
to listen to music,
Jabba,
especially with friends.
Dubba.
We listen to it to make FaceTime calls, watch TV shows, watch movies,
I'm
do
still on
speakerphone
Flickr.
calls. It is critical to our experience with our phones. And the speakers we have built in to iPhone 7 and 7 Plus
All right,
are
here's
a
where they
huge
talk
jump
about
forward in audio quality. The first
the
time
fact that they don't
were
have a
stereo
headphone jack.
speakers.
Ah, there you go. So that's people are saying that's why they've gotten rid of the headphone. Miyamoto's
One is at
just
the
like
bottom, the other is the top. They sound great in portrait and amazing in landscape. They also put out twice the volume.
they got
of the
people are saying they got rid of the
speakers
headphone
in
jack
6S and 6S
because
Plus,
they
and
needed to make
sound
room
better
for
because they have increased
making a
dynamic
bigger
range.
and an extra
You have
speaker.
to take a listen to these incredible speakers.
Whether that's true
They
or not,
really will
no.
blow you away. Number 7. EarPods. Apple EarPods are the most popular headphones in the world. And with iPhone 7 and 7 Plus, we're moving to connecting them over Lightning. Well, why
So,
over Lightning?
You're
Well,
going to need
first,
either an
you may
adapter
not
for traditional
remember, I certainly do, but from the
headphones
start,
or
we
buy
designed
theirs,
Lightning
which
to
use
be
a Lightning
great
connector.
digital audio connector. Among all the other things it does, it provides a digital audio stream. Provides
But if you want to
power
use the ones you
to your
currently
headphones and
own, you'll
speakers.
probably need like a
Provides
little tiny
content,
thing that
music
just goes like
control
this, and then you
right
plug it into
within
that.
its digital
Yeah.
connection.
Or have Bluetooth headphones.
Or have
And this
Bluetooth
may
headphones.
surprise you, but there
It's
are
not the end of the
now
world.
I know.
It's
people were
inconvenient.
super duper upset about it, but
It's a bit inconvenient. It's a little annoying that I have to buy a little dongle or something like that to do this.
I feel like
And there are speakers
they
and
prepped
headphones
me for the
designed to take
outrage, so
advantage
now
of
I'm
it.
not
They do
angry
great
about
things.
it.
Here's one example.
It is funny how
This is from
upset people get
JBL.
about
This
stuff
is the
like this, though.
Reflect-aware workout headphone.
One thing I do
It's
like to
lightweight,
do
it's
is,
affordable,
like, I
provides
have
active
my
noise
on-the-go
cancellation.
lipstick
In fact,
charger
with an app on
thing
your iPhone, it's
and
adaptive,
listen
you
to
can
music
adjust
at the
how
same
much
time. So
exterior
now
noise
you
Well,
can't
want to let in or
charge
not.
and listen.
You'll probably have
It does it all
adapters that
without
actually do
batteries,
that
charging.
both.
So
You'll
we're
plug it in,
directly
then it
over
will also
that
have
Lightning
like a.
connector.
It'll let you
Simply
do
not
both.
possible
Yeah.
with just an analog port. So we're taking the headphones, an iPhone 7 and 7 Plus, to Lightning, and we're including them in the box with each device.
It just gets rid of an extra
Now, we
hole
know
on the end
there
of the
are people in the world
iPhone.
who
Really,
do
they're
have
trying
some
to like
analog, old, connected devices out
simplify
there.
the phone, and
So we've also made
there you go.
this. It's an
Yeah, I
adapter.
knew that would come.
Lightning to mini
So yeah, if
photo
you want to
audio
charge while
adapter.
having the headphones in,
And we're gonna
there'll
include
probably be
that in the box with
an
every
additional
iPhone
one
7
even.
Yeah,
and
one
7
that
Plus
goes in
as
and
well.
splits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which will be kind of an unwieldy little thing. I don't know. I'm not like excited
Now,
that they
some
took it
people
away,
have
but I'm
asked
also not outraged like a lot of
Yeah.
people seem to be.
Remove the analog headphone jack from the iPhone. I mean, it's been with us a really long time. I'm sure you know that the source of this phono, mini phono jack is over 100 years old, used to help quickly exchange in switchboards.
So that's what
Well,
they
the
think of
reason
people who are
to move
outraged.
on, I'm going to give you 3 of them, but it really comes down to one word: courage. The courage to move on, do something new that betters all of us. And
That's
our team
funny.
has tremendous courage.
We
So
took that
first,
picture.
Courage.
shown
Apple's got
Lightning
courage to get rid of the analog
headphones
headphone
to
jack.
adapt all the older devices through analog interfaces. And it is a great connector for doing that.
What was
There's
the
a very
last
large base of
analog
users who
thing?
can all take advantage
It is
of it.
high horsey, totally.
But second,
That's why I'm
this is
laughing.
really important.
What was the
Our
last
smartphones
thing that was gotten rid of that people thought would be a
technologies
big
and we all want
deal,
more.
but like
We want
it just was the next
bigger,
step, just
brighter
getting rid of that
displays.
old
we want
shit.
larger batteries. We want faster
The
processors. We want stereo speakers.
big
We want
chargers?
taptic engines.
CD
we want all of
readers.
that. And it's all fighting for space within that same
DVDs and
enclosure.
CDs being in
And
every
maintaining
laptop, like a
an
reader.
ancient,
That's
single-purpose
gone
analog
Right.
People thought that would be a
doesn't
big
make
deal.
sense because that's
Yeah.
But they've gotten rid of those across the
And
board.
third,
It's just
and I
a
think this is most important of all.
it's just a thing that
when you have a
happens
vision
over
Yeah.
time.
of how the audio experience can be, you want to get there as fast as you can and make it as great as it can
Like,
be.
would
And we do
Deus
have a
Ex
vision
make
for
much
how
sense
audio
if you
should
saw
work on mobile devices.
Jaden take
And
an
that takes us
old
to
headphone
our
and
next
plug it into his phone or something, or into something to listen to something?
Yeah.
It just, it's natural that in the future things are going to be different.
Up till now,
And this is
no
the
one has taken on the challenge.
yes, it's going to
really
be because they're going to sell you a lot more
the
shit
audio
initially,
experience
but eventually you're going to look
in
back
your
and be
mobile
like,
device,
oh my god,
in your
we used to
headphones
What's
like,
his
in a way
name?
that
Jensen.
takes
Jensen,
advantage of the
Jaden,
opportunities to do something
but
new
like
and do
you're gonna look
something
back and be like,
And
yeah,
up till
I'm so
now,
glad they got rid of
no one
those.
has
Or like,
taken on
isn't that
the
it's
challenge
crazy how long
of
those
fixing
stuck
the
around
things
or
that are
something like
difficult
that.
to do
Yeah.
in those wireless
I remember being
experiences
really pissed when they went
and
from
made
like
it easy so that we
Different
all want to
size.
enjoy it.
Yeah,
I
the
hope
bigger
lightning
charger
doesn't
to
change
the-
And it
anytime
makes no
soon.
sense to
Yeah,
tether
that would
ourselves
suck.
with cables to our mobile devices.
Yes, it was
Until
annoying when they
someone
got
takes
rid
on
of the
these
old ones, but
challenges,
boy, are those old
that's
ones
what we do.
clunky.
yeah.
Well, our team
We kept
at
one
Apple has
around.
worked so
Yeah.
hard
You
And-
look at it and you're like, oh
Yeah.
my
something
god.
new
Yeah.
that delivers on the opportunity of how
Kept it
good
around
a
for, like,
wireless
our
experience can be.
Pads
They worked
or
hard.
old iPads.
It feels like
Deal with
looking
the
at
challenges
the
that have
alternative
been left
Lisa
there
had
and
to
no one has taken on. So that
when she
is
was
why
getting her
today
braces.
We are so
It's like
excited
there's the good
to show
ones,
you
and then
a
there's the
new
ones that
product
look
from
like
Apple
make her look like a
called
monster. It's like
Yeah.
looking at those old jacks is like, Jesus Christ! It even has like teeth on the side, and like it's like I feel like I'm gonna prick
here they
myself
are.
or something. So this is their wireless.
We believe in
Oh my God! You brought Ives out again for
a
it.
future where all of your devices intuitively connect.
Why does it have?
This belief drove the design
grill
of our
on the
new
bottom.
wireless AirPods.
Those are really unwieldy. So I'm gonna have two like earrings dangling out of my ears?
Possible with the development of the
Elves,
new
yeah, I'm
Apple
gonna lose
design
that.
W1 chip. It
Show
is
them
the
in somebody's
first of its
ears. That looks
kind
ridiculous.
To produce intelligent, high-efficiency playback while delivering a consistent and reliable connection. Infrared sensors detect when each AirPod is in your ear, so they only play once you're ready to listen.
Okay, that's interesting.
Motion
You
accelerometers
take them out and then the phone just
also
starts playing.
respond
Put
to
them
your
in,
touch,
they immediately start
allowing
working.
you to access Siri with a double tap.
These look kind of
When you're
stupid.
speaking,
Yeah.
voice accelerometers recognize the vibration.
They also
and
found the
source of your
deepest
voice.
ear guy that they could
Then,
find. Because
working with a pair
ear-
of beam-forming microphones,
like if you don't make them with
reduce external
silicone
noise.
and shove them in my ears, they always
Each
fall out of my
AirPod
ears.
provides
Yeah.
up to 5
I've hated
hours of
Apple
listening on a
earphones like for the
single
longest
charge.
time. They never stay in. They're too
While the
slippery.
compact wireless charging case delivers
to
more than
analyze your ears for a
24
second.
hours of
They're,
battery life.
I don't know. I think they're normal.
The W1 chip
Yeah.
enables intelligent
But that guy
connections
looked
to
like
all
they
your
were like
Apple devices
sunk into his
and
fucking
allows
ears.
you
Yeah.
to instantly switch between whichever one you're using. And of course, the new wireless AirPods deliver incredible sound.
Yeah, I find that
We're just
they are not
at the
comfortable.
beginning
Like they
of
hurt
a
if I go for
truly
a run
wireless
with them.
future we've been working
Yeah,
towards
I hate
hurts.
for
them.
many years.
Always hated
Where
them.
technology enables the seamless
It's funny because when these were rumored,
between you and
all
your
of the like
devices.
mock-ups of them showed them as just these tiny little pods that went in like a hearing aid, and then they debut something that looks way worse.
Yeah.
it's an interesting moment where the mock-ups look not as good as the real product.
Congratulations to the team that has worked so hard on this. It is a breakthrough design.
If you're having
The
trouble with the
AirPods
beam stream,
deliver
guys, click over to the
truly an
old
Apple
Turbo,
magical
or you can watch on
experience.
YouTube.
When you try it, you're just going to be blown away. How do you set them up? You simply put a pair of AirPods near your iPhone.
This
and
time,
open the case.
I don't think it's
The
me.
user interface pops up and says connect, and you tap connect, and that's it. There's no
I don't
step
think.
2. There's nothing else to do. You simply connect, and that one step also connects you with your Apple Watch.
What?
So you're automatically set up for both
What are
your
you doing?
iPhone
Just
and your
wanted to
Apple
hold your
Watch.
hand.
You can start listening, and as you have playback on either device, the AirPods automatically switch to whatever device you're using. In fact, we also use iCloud to propagate that setup across your iPads.
I guess that'll
and
be
Macs
nice.
as well.
I don't
So
know. I
one
mean,
step
could you
setup
already use a
across all
Bluetooth
your
headset
devices.
to listen to stuff
It's that
on your
easy.
iWatch without having a phone
They're an
around?
incredible audio experience. You can listen to beautiful music in stereo, or if you want to use
I want to
one
listen to
just
trashy
to
music.
talk to Siri or make a phone call, it automatically routes the audio across whatever you choose to do. There's no buttons, there's no switching, there's no pairing, there's no unpairing. Those things are of the past.
Price.
And it all started with a brand new chip, W1 chip, Apple's first wireless chip. And there's so much technology packed into each AirPod. There's the chip, there's dual accelerometers, optical sensors, beamforming microphones, antennas, batteries.
God.
It is a technical tour de force in this minute little AirPod.
Wait till they explode in your ear.
Great battery life, 5 hours each. And there's a battery and charger built into its case. So you can recharge directly from the battery in the case for up to 24 hours of listening. And then plug in Lightning.
It's actually kind of a good design.
And the AirPods together.
The case is a battery.
And they're so small you want to carry them around
basically
with you
like one of those dongles. Like
and
it has its own battery.
Or wired earpods.
So you charge that up at night, and then you charge them both whenever you put them away.
So that is the breakthrough AirPods.
That's
Based on
good
our
design.
W1 chip. And at the same time, Beats is
But
also
those
turning
are-
out with
they're
a new
ugly.
line of headphones.
That's ugly.
Also
Those
taking advantage of
dangly
this
little
W1
things are going to
chip
make you
and
look
doing
like
the same great work
you've seen
with
all
our
those people
software to make
wearing
the
Bluetooth
experience
headsets that look
easy
like
to use.
jackasses.
So
Now you look
today,
like a double
Beats
jackass.
is launching the new Beats
I can see
Solo
people
3
putting them in
wireless.
and then like
Incredible audio
looping
quality,
the holes.
40 hours of listening time.
That actually
wearing
is
them like
interesting.
that.
One chip. And for workouts, Power Beats 3 wireless, the best active
Okay, I'm pretty
headphones,
bored.
and now
I
they
should probably
use
have skipped a
our
while
W1
ago.
chip as well for incredible sound
I think that's why I
and
tried to
battery
hold your
life.
hand.
And
I
an
think I'm
entirely
bored.
new line.
I'm sorry.
Beats X. This is an affordable, light.
Yeah, I don't know why
every
we've
year,
kept
the
listening.
iPhone is the fastest smartphone.
Oh wait, I wanted
in the
to know the
market.
price. That's
The
why.
wireless transactions.
Can you guys tell us
and
the
contactless
price on
payment
those
are now made.
Well, I'll just go
earbuds?
back.
Regardless of what kind of style
I think the
headphone
price
you want
is
to wear.
coming here.
And that's wireless.
What's the price, guys? You go ahead and say it. 160.
American.
Nice.
So 200. Yeah, it's pretty
Let's
expensive,
talk
but
about every year. The
For
iPhone
something that
is
I'm
the
most
fastest
certainly gonna
smartphone
lose.
in the market.
a lot of people
Efficiency
buy
first. They run at
expensive
1/5 the power
headphones.
of the high.
Yeah.
Heather Price, co-founder of this
I've always
game
bought the
studio.
cheapest I could
Heather?
find, basically.
206 in Canadian.
Has a ton of reinforcements.
Oh, they're showing games
With the
now.
power of metal and the A10 chip, we're able to render over 400 flying monkeys, all at a flawless
The iPhone
frame
is incredible how good it is at gaming. It's crazy the shit that can run on an iPhone.
I
One
guess
of the
maybe
features
that's what we're moving
truly
towards.
excited about is the wide color display.
guess.
It is allowing us to create
I don't think you'll see
extremely
another
stunning
mobile.
visual
If
effects.
you see another mobile
Although it looks
gaming
pretty good on the
handheld
screen, you
from
really have
Sony,
to see
it
on
will
the
be their
iPhone
phone.
7 to see how beautiful
Yeah.
the game looks.
I don't see them.
So
I think
Vita's
During
dead.
the epic moments,
I do believe
the happy
Vita is
feedback
dead. I
is
think
allowing
that
us to actually feel big hits.
I'm actually
and the
surprised you
stereo
haven't
sound is
seen the
pulling
next
us even
generation from
further into
Sony yet. The
environment,
next
all leading to an
phone
even more
slash
visceral
gaming
connection
device.
with our
Yeah.
gameplay. All right, Scott, let's cast a tornado and knock her back.
All right, that's boring.
Image stabilization, a 7-megapixel FaceTime HD camera.
All right, we heard about it.
We've doubled
the
all
price?
the storage configurations. So now it's 32 gigabytes, 128 gigabytes, and 256
I'm gonna get the
gigabytes.
256 because I'm gonna be using this as a camera, a real recording camera when I go to PAXs. And
iPhone 7 Plus starts at $769.
All right, how
it
much?
also comes in 32 gigabytes, 128 gigabytes.
Nobody's
and
ever gonna get the
256
32.
gigabytes.
No.
And again, Jet Black
Well,
specifically
no, yeah.
on
Some
128
people might.
and 256 gigabytes.
But that's
So now this is our new iPhone lineup. It
How much
starts
is
with
the-
iPhone SE. We moved the 6S and 6S Plus down to the middle.
Can
of the
you guys
line.
look it up? How
At the top
much
of
is
line,
the
new
256
iPhone 7
model?
And 7 Plus.
Of the Plus.
We're going to keep two configurations of the 6S and 6S Plus around. We're going to do something we haven't done before. We're going to upgrade the storage in those as well to 32 gigs and 128 gigabytes. We think customers at that price range are going to really appreciate that. Now we know many of our customers purchase their phones today on installment plans. So here's the pricing with a typical 24-month US
Can
carrier
anybody look that up
installment
for me? The
plan. iPhone
256.
Talking about
SE
prices right
$17 a month.
now.
This is on
iPhone
plans.
7,
They're past the real
$27 a
price.
month. Last year, we introduced you to a new program.
Okay,
from
probably.
our
You
Apple
guys have the.
stores here in the
Do I have to
US.
get my laptop
It's
again?
called the iPhone Upgrade
All right.
Program. It's a great way to get your iPhone new
Oh,
every
thank you.
year, an unlocked phone with Apple Care.
What about on
at an affordable
Apple.ca?
price.
I'm just going to
So
go
I
at
wanna make a
Apple.ca.
shout out, first of all,
People
to
are trying
everybody
to-
who bought
trying
this
to
program
help.
last year because
Thank
you're becoming
you.
eligible
All right.
this year to get your new iPhone.
1,049
For everyone else, when you think
Canadian.
about getting an iPhone this year,
Pretty much what I
realizing
expected.
the opportunity these people have taken advantage of,
Me
you
too,
may want to
actually.
do the same thing.
Thank you for
so you
looking
can
it
get
up.
a new iPhone every single year.
Wow,
We're
this is
expanding the program
interesting.
to not only the U.S. but also the UK and China.
What about
as well.
Canada? God.
The upgrade program. Pay us $32 extra a
When
month
you
on your
order
bill,
your new iPhone
and you get a
7,
new iPhone
7
every year.
Plus. Order
That's
I don't
starts
care.
this
Canada
Friday
gets
on
shat on like
September 9th.
fucking crazy.
It will start shipping.
I'm sick
one
of it.
Week later, on September 16th. The team's working hard to get it to as many customers
me
around
that.
the world as possible.
I got a pre-order on
September
Friday.
16th, we're going to begin with this list of 28 geographies.
Good.
I hope you find your favorite country there.
I did.
1 week later, 30 more. So again, the team's working
Sorry
very
to
hard
Kosovo,
to bring these out
but I'm
quickly
getting mine
around the world.
first.
iOS 10
Kosovo.
becomes available on September 13th. I know we're all going to be upgrading to that as well. And last, the new AirPods will ship in late October and priced at just $159.
So anyways, we watched this for you.
that's our news on
Anybody who
iPhone.
was interested.
Thank you.
It was good that it had gaming related shit in there. Miyamoto coming out was exciting. That was fun.
Thanks, Phil.
Very interesting.
It was, yeah, definitely
What
interesting.
a morning. I hope that you can get a sense from all the detailed.
Oh, Sia came out at
came
the end. Interesting. Just for what reason? Is that like the debut of her new video? Everybody there is like, this is really, what do we do now? These kids are like having seizures. Is there a doctor in the studio?
Shot entirely on iPhone 7, probably.
Oh, that would be insane. Her
Yeah.
entire video. They're proving it. All right.
Huh.
Wait. Are they? Is that true? Can anybody Google that? Like, I don't want to find the moment where he said that if that's true.
I was joking, but
Oh.
I could see that.
There's no reason why not.
Yeah.
There really isn't. I mean, it's not the most complicated video in the world. Like, you could easily do that. So what I'm really excited for is potentially to see.
Not true.
I hope that they can do that depth of field effect with video. That would just be, oh my god. He did say that the depth of field effect appears in real time as you're about to take a photo. That it's rendered out. And you know how on DSLRs, you don't get to see that depth of field. You only
Yeah.
get to see it on the taken photo. Your viewfinder shows everything in focus like your eye does. And so, like, I remember there was cameras that, like, you could press a button to preview it, but really all it was doing was taking a photo for you to preview it.
Right, yeah.
Like, it was the same thing. So the fact that it can do it in real time, I'm hoping video can do it. You could take some gorgeous video if that is a thing. If
Kinda
Apple,
wish they talked about the new MacBook Pro because you need to update your laptop.
yeah, me too. I think some people were expecting that. Anywho, thanks for watching, guys.
That was interesting with a little bit of outrage.
A little bit of boring, a little bit of interesting, a little bit of geekgasm, I guess.
Yep.
It was fun. All right, later on, I think I'm gonna take a break here. Maybe soon I will get back to, I'll do an Overwatch and do my rankings. Let's keep this wagon train a rolling.
Choo choo!